Hello Earth, welcome to episode 3 of season 4 of Making Cell, a series of videos where I record myself designing and implementing a programming environment called Cell. If you're just tuning in for the first time, I recommend you check out github.com/autocodenl/cell, this website. I'm putting the link now in the description. So, we're on the road to launching and having a demo. So these are some notes I made today about eager versus lazy evaluation, but yeah, you can read them up if you want. I will push them at the end of the episode. But it's interesting because I'm seeing, understanding there's more and more agentic coding right now. At the same time, there are better editors that leverage AI, and I'm wondering if I'm just not just ignoring this way, but almost like going against it, against the current. So there's definitely going to be AI here, but the idea is that rather than trying to change the experience of programming through integrating it with AI in a more smooth way, the idea is to change the fundamentals of programming, like the actual programming language, data representation, the conceptual tools that you use to program, like simplify them, make them a coherent whole. And then, of course, you can add AI on top if you want AI to help you. Although I think, there will be a lot of chances for expressing yourself without the AI, because this emphasis on just pure speed is, I'm not sure if it's really getting us anywhere good. In any case, that's not for me to decide. But it's an interesting moment to be working on things. I feel this combination of a sense of doom and a sense of possibility at the same time, which is it's very strange to be feeling both of them at the same time. At least for me, it's the first time I feel like that at the same time, right? Anyway, we were going through FizzBuzz, our simplified version of FizzBuzz implementation, which looks good. I think there's nothing else I should do there. One thing that was important, yes, this one is, I definitely need to cover this one. I think the reasonable thing to do by default on loops is to pass a key plus a value on the iterator, right? The value of the first step and what it points to, with simple values being considered a list of one item. Because this thing of getting a lot of paths is just crazy, honestly. So let's not do that. So with that said, I'm not even sure we need the commas right now. When I'm passing here, for example, the loop, let me just take the last one. Yeah. So I'm looking for loops, right? So here I need to get the second item. So you get key as input 1 and v as input 2. Or should we do it at input p and input v? Maybe that's better for consistency. So let's do that instead. So I have a list, an item. I'll do item value here. Here I will do attribute key, no, path, not key. the path. Here will be P and V. Oops. And here, what do I want to do? I want to pass the... Yeah, no, I actually need the commas here because I need to basically get the input. Yeah, so you get the first, if you make input into a path, there will be 1, 1, right? Because input could potentially have multiple things, really. So it's not at least here. Because input here would be a hash. To make that, then I definitely need 1, 1 here. And maybe instead of at least, can do paths. So you make it into paths. So you take these paths and then you just, although I like the idea of making it with the type. So if you convert a hash into lists, you get a list of paths. No, never mind. No, I like the idea based on the type that paths are related to lists. But we do need 1, 1 to get the first step of the first path. And this one is all necessary. Though technically we could do something like this, just to avoid all these commas. I could do something like this. Put I don't want it to be outermost. Just put here, put what? I need to keep on making observations. I find it interesting that all variables are the ones that flow up rather than the here variables. Perhaps a better default input is to do them here. Then you'll have to specify when you go up. I'm not really sure. I'd rather make not flow up but walk up as default. So here I would put the tag name. I can just do it like this, tag name. It's a bit annoying with the quotes, right? Honestly, I can just do this, tag name, like this. To what? I can just set it to yep, and then I can just use tag name, right? Yeah. And here I would just do list. No, I would just do yes, I almost forgot how to do that. Yeah, add input at tag name. Yeah, that's how you do it. We did that. We were in the fourth season, not on the first one. So this is the tag name. Here I forgot to put that. Yep, better. Not bad. So, actually, no, we can do it later. Okay, let's do validate now. But this is, I think we could implement this. I could do HTML validate, do input, I would just do put pt v type input, honestly I'm not even sure about this. What if I just do this? We'll do like this, right? And look at this, I just detected an error here. To be add type at input, right? Yeah. Otherwise I will have to write add type at input. Yes, I think it's nicer to do it here. Okay, let's do that. So we get the type. So if cons equal, it would be this will be interesting. How can I make it to a list, equal to a list? I would like this multi-equal, right? Because I want it to be either text or number. Let's say I had to write it like this, or should basically take two elements, right? Maybe this is fine. Equal. Will be, sorry, I'm drawing a blank. It will be text T. Yeah. Actually, that's super clean, right? It's pretty clean. If it's this, do stop. Actually, no. You will return something valid. If it's I can just make a pseudo comment here. If response with empty text if input is valid. So now we go to if it's a list. I have a chance now to exit out of the loop. Will stop, right? Oh, stop. I need to save the result, so I have to return it. Do loop the value is input, and the do is the interesting part. It would be item, and take a list. So I had a list, and what do? I just need to run the recursive call. Actually, I need to do it at the column, not here, because if it's in here, it won't be seen. Oh. So maybe there's no dot after all. No, it has to be a dot, I think. I don't know enough. So I'm putting the results of what's of HTML validate of item, right? That's it. So that's I doubt this is actually computable. It's in my head that this is computable, but then I carry on. So yeah, and now you just put that is, and then you do if you have a result. Well, if the result is false, and check out this magic. Oh wait, I said no magic. If the condition is that this is result, sorry, that was it. It was so simple. Stop with result. Y2 to come up. We need a double stop to make the loop stop, and then just the inner function. Does this work? I think so. We are peeling one stop inside and it. No, it has to be part of what loop does. But it's nice just to put it as a value. But by putting it as a value, I avoid having to have specialized parts of the message on the call to add loop, like I had in that stop, that field. No, essentially that stop. Good, so you validate iteratively, recursively, and that's just fine. Let's not do is data, right? Let's say data or do? I don't remember. Do V, V, yeah. And finally, now remind me the actual thing. This I don't need it because they're all valid elements. I just flatten the list when I generate. There's only 4 types, and the hash, it has to be a type. It would be nice to have comments every once in a while, right? Like if I had comments, what would I do? I could do something like, well, it could really be a call, right? Yes, a call, but you need to remove that from the whatever you're calling. Do you have to remove it? Well, it depends where you're putting it. If I do comment, if we have a hash, yeah, this is already not valid, right? I guess we could just have a knob, like a step. Honestly, you don't need to be a comment. I can just do a literal hash that doesn't do anything. Actually, don't need an add. I can just do it like this. If we have a hash, if input is a hash, it must be a tag. I can actually write that, it's valid. This is valid. Except for the comma, there will be a long comma, not a comma stuck to anything else, so it should be okay. We can do it like that, why not? Sequences without changing thing, without even quoting them. If this is equal to hash, then we do the whole thing, which is we need to check that the first key, well, first of all, it has to be a hash with only one key, right? I cannot have two at the same time. Yeah, because if I remember correctly, yeah, so see how this is one hash only. Yeah. Yep. So I need to check, and this is only to be explicit because honestly I don't need that. I mean, there's only four options and I already covered 3 of them, but I like being explicit. Do, I love that you can pass a sequence right there. Yep. What do I need to do here? I need to just say the hash has a length of 1. I could do something like I can do something like give me the unique of what? I can call this tags, but okay, if unique this path, this not path, it would be input, right? So make the input into a list of paths. So I could check the first and the last to see that they're the same, or just get the uniques. Let's just try to do uniques. So I need to do loop is the value, and then the doing is basically I can just do the accessor like this. I can do I will do item path. That's it. That's what I need. The path of the item. Just basically get all of this, get unique. Can I do this? this condition, if this is more than 1, do stop. I want to save it somewhere. It would be put what tags. Yeah. Yeah, right, yeah. If add if contacts length unique, what do I do? Do stop a hash has multiple tags but should only have one. Found. I will just do push or concat. I don't remember. Actually, honestly, I could just do a sum of text, right? Plus. Found I need to be able to splice the unique ones. Yeah, I need to join them with spaces, right? Maybe instead of plus, I can just do join. I need to pass the value with not bad. But splice is an interesting thing here. Okay. I'll stop for a bit. I might be back or not. I'll see in a bit. Okay, let's just do a bit more. So with the splicing here of things, actually I can just do a call here. I mean, it's not pretty, but it's not too bad either. Yeah, it could be a bit nicer with the splice, but this is fine. So we validate there's only one tag, and then we just need to validate the I'm going to recursively validate, and then we can just iterate here. I can just do loop do item item v. Actually, I need to do the same thing as I did here, right? Yeah. The exact same thing. I wonder if there would be a good way to redo that, or to copy that and then call it. It would be interesting. Sorry, I'm back. Between the list and the hash. I'm wondering how I could make the latter reference the former. Yep. For now, let's just be a bit dumber. But it's the same thing. Condition. Yeah, stop results. Radians. That's it. And then sorry, I cannot do this for each of the items. I need to do it with a conditional here. This is only for if cond equal to underscore with item p, then do this thing. Yes, brilliant. Otherwise, else, I need to validate the attribute keys, the attribute values. That's all I have to do, right? Well, actually, not even the values. The values can be anything, really. Because there are very few choices in lith, sorry, in lith, not in cell. So that's it. So I just need to validate the attribute keys. That's it. I think I did it here. This is a try I did 2 weeks ago. I wonder if I'm going backwards or forwards here. No, I think I'm having a better feeling with what I'm doing now. But this is, I can reuse this. So I need to do it on item. Actually, I don't need the node, I can just do one else. If the condition match regex. What's the range? 0. The top level, was it? Yeah, I have a range and an OR here. It could be any of this. Yeah, perfect. Then we do one else here. Yep. We stop. We just do call it join, right? Oh, text is better actually. Join. Oh, but I cannot allow the. That's an interesting one. Yeah, I was glancing over the. I like the idea of converting the list to text, but I would like to give a space, right? Yeah, I wonder. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, we just do tags. I could do it like this with the tags and the width. Then this would be a hash. But it makes no sense to convert a hash into text. No, actually, I'm not so sure. To join or to text. Ladder feels more powerful. What's the word I'm looking for? Fundamental. Because it's a type. But passing the width step is really nice. I'm just going to join here. And then there would be attributes. Then it would be item, I think. Item V. Sorry, what am I iterating here? Yeah, the attribute key. Item P, sorry. Yeah, you need item value. Don't forget. Boom. But instead starts with what does it join? What does it start? Instead is, and then I just put the thing itself. Oh no, I already have it there. It's invalid. It should be text that starts. Brilliant. That's the validation function right there. I think it should be a stop here, right? Yeah. That's it. Alright, I'm gonna stop here. Thank you for watching.